This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
A heartbreaking warning from a family who lost someone in a railroad crossing collision. I'm Stephanie Wade with the dangers they want you to avoid.
Enough is enough when it comes to the violence in our city.
After 6 people are shot downtown over the weekend, a call to action from the leader of the police union, who he's directing his message to. Good evening to you at 6 o'clock. Tonight, a family is speaking out with a heartbreaking message and an urgent warning about the dangers of disregarding stop signs at railroad crossings.
Now, this comes as Governor Eric Holcomb declares this week Indiana Rail Safety Week. Indiana ranks 3rd nationally for railroad crossing collisions. RTV6's Stephanie Wade speaks with one family who knows this all too well.
Shauna was on her way to work. She had her radio up. She may not have heard the horn. Being in a hurry, her perception may have been off in the dark. We really don't know.
March 19th, the night Krista Smith's 20-year-old daughter, Shauna, died after being hit by a train.
Disbelief. You don't think that this happens to you or your children or your family.
In just a matter of seconds, a mother is now without her daughter, a younger sister without her best friend.
At crossings with lights, it's at crossings without lights, it's in urban areas, it's in rural areas. It really does not discriminate.
Last year, there were 150 railroad crossing collisions in our state alone, where 54 people were injured and 17 Hoosiers died as a result.
And then you see the effects it has on the family and loved ones. You can't help but not be affected.
Shauna was killed at this crossing on Tracy Road in Whiteland. The town manager was there that night and was so devastated by this loss that they had these signs made to place at every railroad crossing throughout Johnson County.
And we don't like to be reactionary, but sometimes complacency exists all around our lives. And for us, we feel compelled to do whatever we can to save someone else.
As part of Rail Safety Week, companies like Louisville and Indiana Railroad, as well as CSX Police, are out, making sure people stop when trains are passing by. And if not, they're writing violations.
Railroad tracks are not a place to play. Anytime you're around railroad tracks, whether it's on foot or in a vehicle, pay attention to what's going on. You know, if there's lights flashing, they're flashing for a reason. If there's not, there's a stop sign. Stop means stop. Look.
Take it from this mother.
We would never, ever want another family to go through the grief and the loss that we have felt in the last 6 months, and that's going to last us forever.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
And Indiana also had 12 trespasser deaths last year, as well as 7 injuries. Safety officials urge people to stay off the tracks.
A call to action tonight and a condemnation of the criminal justice system following the shootings of 6 people in the heart of downtown Indianapolis over the weekend. Today, the head of the police union and a faith leader delivered a very pointed message to the community. RTV6's Rafael Sanchez joins us with what they're now saying. Ralph.
Mark, good evening. We heard from the FOP President Rick Snyder right here in studio last night on the news at 7, but today he is once again asking, where is the outrage over all those shootings from the weekend? He pointed a finger at all elected officials, departmental, civic, and business leaders who say they have not been able to decry the violence so far. He said we need to all hands on deck to confront this situation. He also pointed to the criminal justice system, which he calls broken, saying that police arrest many of the same offenders over and over again, taking a direct aim at the juvenile court system.
Ask any police officer in this city, and they will tell you our juvenile justice system is a joke. Our officers are being called to intervene, yet they lack the tools of effective intervention, such as curfews, delinquency offenses, and often when our officers do arrest a juvenile for crimes, they are instructed to not even take the juveniles to the detention facility and instead release them to a family member. What is this telling our juveniles? It is reinforcing a lack of accountability and empowering them to escalate their criminal behavior without a fear of any consequences.
Snyder was joined today by Indianapolis 10-Point Coalition President, the Reverend Charles Harrison. Now, he says community groups need to be present in the downtown area all the time, not just when there's a crisis.
We have to do it, every weekend for 52 weeks during the course of a year, because what the kids do is the kids wait us out. Right. They know that it's going to be hot downtown for a while because of the shooting. So the kids are probably not going to come downtown for a while. They know ultimately the police cannot maintain a heavy police presence over a long period of time. So once that is over, they're going to come back downtown.
So behind the scenes, I'm told that this situation is really bringing together a number of downtown businesses and organizations looking to deal with this issue head on right now. At this point, no announcements just yet. Amanda?
All right, thank you, Raphael. And the man taking the reins at the Marion County Prosecutor's Office has some big plans for combating violence in our community. Ryan Mears is taking over for former prosecutor Terry Curry, who stepped down yesterday for health reasons. Raphael sat down with Mears today and asked him about the weekend violence and what his office can do to make an impact.
The president of the FOP sat in that chair and asked, where is the outrage after 6 people were shot in downtown Indianapolis? 3 juveniles, 3 adults. What do we do about that? From your perspective as the interim prosecutor, what's to be done?
I think there's a number of things that we can do. One of the biggest things that we have done at the Marion County Prosecutor's Office is we are getting smarter and using better data to be able to better identify who are the individuals involved in either these nonviolent shootings or these murder cases. And so we feel like using these tools, we're able to better identify the individuals who are perpetrating this violence earlier on so we can stop that cycle of violence.
You can see Raphael's entire interview with Mears coming up on the news at 7.
Today, striking United Auto workers from 2 Indiana communities united on the picket line to send a message of solidarity to General Motors. UAW workers from Kokomo and Marion lined the street outside the GM metal fabricating plant this afternoon in Marion. The strike against GM by 49,000 UAW workers nationwide is in its 2nd week. Progress is reported in negotiations, but no clear end is in sight.
Everybody wants to see the strike end. We've all got families and we need our jobs, and but we're going to stand for what we believe in. And when this is said and done and over with, then we'll be happy to go back to work. But we got to have some of the things that we need and want.
Union members are calling for higher wages, retention of a health insurance plan in which workers pay about 4% of the costs, an improved pension, and assurances that GM will not close 4 plants in Maryland, Ohio, and Michigan.
Now to your Storm Team 6 forecast. A dry, comfortable day in central Indiana. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory is here with what to expect tonight. Kevin.
And it started so cool this morning. Many of you remember this. You woke up to temperatures upper 40s to lower 50s, but lots of sunshine. Went to work early in the day on temperatures. We're at 75 right now. 74 is our average high. The clouds will thin out as we go through the evening hours, and temperatures will eventually fall about 20 degrees into the upper 50s. Not quite as cool as this morning. Next couple of mornings, upper 50s, 56 on Friday, and then the overnight low temperatures will come up as well as high temperatures by the weekend. Tomorrow, one change. We'll have a chance for showers tomorrow, just 20 to maybe 30% chance. I'll get a little more in detail on that, and we'll look through the weekend coming up.
The governor has named a new leader of the Indiana National Guard. Colonel Dale Lyles will take over the role of Adjutant General on October 1st. The Salem native most recently served as the Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations at the National Guard Bureau in Washington, D.C. Lyles replaces Major General Courtney Carr, who stepped down in August at the request of Governor Holcomb. Carr is facing a lawsuit from a former contractor who says Carr subjected her to intimidation and retaliation. The governor says he is confident that Colonel Lyles has the leadership skills and ethical character to lead the Indiana National Guard.
A new hotel is planned for the south end of downtown Indianapolis. Choice Hotels International plans to build a 148-room, 5-story Cambria hotel at 850 South Meridian Street. That's just down the block from Shapira's Delicatessen and near I-70. It will be the 3rd Cambria hotel in Indiana. It's expected to open in 2021. Several airports in Indiana are receiving millions of dollars in federal grants from the FAA to make structural improvements and conduct studies. Indianapolis International Airport will get just over $2 million to build a taxiway. Indianapolis Executive Airport in Zionsville will get nearly $1.5 million to extend a runway. Evansville, Terre Haute, and South Bend airports are also getting money to make structural improvements.
Still ahead on the news at 6, how to get 2 college degrees at the same time, the program that makes it possible with no extra expense.
Plus, closing the skills gap, the plan in place to get young people ready for the future workforce.
Now for something completely different at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The LPGA Tour is back in town. Pairings party tonight, looking ahead to the Pro-Am tomorrow. Plus, are you ready for some IU basketball? They are in Bloomington. That coming up.
And if you're waiting on some rain, you may wait quite a while longer. I just want to show you well off to the west of the Mississippi River, a couple of showers and thunderstorms. We'll talk about our chance for rain and summer-like temperatures ahead.
See your Central Indiana Buick dealer. This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
RTV6 is hiring Hoosiers, connects you with resources available to help you succeed not only in your career, but in your education to get there. In order to close the skills gap by 2027, Indianapolis needs an additional 215,000 people with job-ready credentials. I learned about a new push from the mayor's office to create the next generation of qualified Hoosiers to fill these jobs by providing mentors to high school grads. It is one of the first steps to the beginning of Jessica Ocelot's dream career of being a nurse. The 18-year-old Lawrence Central grad is a freshman at IUPUI. Jessica has a lot to be proud of.
Being a first generation student means a lot because I get to represent my family. And that means a lot to me.
But even this excited first-year college student knows a helping hand, or in this case, a text, can really give her a leg up with the applications, enrollment, paying for college, and getting classes started. That is why she applied for the pilot round of Indy Achieve's mentorship program. It is a 10-month commitment to change the lives of youth and adults in Marion County by keeping them on track to enroll and successfully start college. All Jessica has to do when she needs help is simply send a text.
When I have her on my phone, I can just text her and ask her questions. I had asked her questions about the bill that I received and financial aid and all that. I feel like I have an older sibling really, because I can just text her whenever. It's not so formal.
On the other end of those text messages is Ruth Morales, a graphic information systems analyst for the city of Indianapolis. Ruth volunteered to be a mentor with Indy Achieve's program because it hits close to home.
I kind of went through a similar experience, and if I would have had this type of mentorship program, I feel like it would have been really helpful. If there is a support system kind of assuring them hey, everything's going to be fine, let me just find out, let me get more information, who you can talk to.
With this new program, Indy Achieves aims to raise Indianapolis's college attainment number to 65% by the year 2027.
Somewhere between 10% and 40% of students who want to go to college, intend to go to college, never make it there. They apply, they graduate from high school, but then for some reason something happens during the enrollment process and they never matriculate into the fall semester. So the mentorship program was really started as an initiative to directly address that.
The program runs from February through December, and more than 350 students have been paired with personal mentors this year.
They don't know what they don't know about the enrollment process, so sometimes they miss an email or they miss a form and they get off track. And sometimes getting off track means that they won't enroll, so the mentor is able to intervene.
It's a process that can be difficult, but thanks to the guidance Jessica has, the first steps of her college path have been made a little more clear.
I'm kind of scared, but it's going to be fun because I have her to help me, Ruth, and it should be good.
The mentor we spoke with says it is not a big time commitment, and Indy Achieves provides all of the tools to help mentors be a good resource for their mentees. Students interested in applying to Ivy Tech or IUPUI for the fall of 2020 can sign up for the new round of mentorships beginning this coming February. To apply as a mentor or a mentee, go to hiringhoosiers.com.
Education is also key to getting the job you want, and through the IU School of Liberal Arts, students at IUPUI are getting a chance to get 2 degrees with no extra time or expense. It's the new Dual Degree Advantage program where students can add a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts to complement their first degree. The Liberal Arts Baccalaureate competencies are waived for students whose first major is in another IUPUI school and whose second major is in Liberal Arts. Students have to meet all requirements for both degrees and complete them at the same time. This is only for IUPUI students who are getting a degree for the first time.
These combinations create not only opportunities for students to go out into the workforce with the skills they need to succeed, but they'll carry these skills with them all the way through their careers.
It's phenomenal. It is allowing me the opportunity to both major in liberal arts classical studies and biology and be able to graduate within 4 years, which is fantastic.
There's a long list of liberal arts majors available for the Dual Degree Advantage program. We have that in this story through the RTV6 app and at theindychannel.com.
And 616, temperatures this evening are comfortable. I just want to show you how we'll bounce around a little bit next few days. 74 is average, upper 70s tomorrow, a little cooler on Thursday, perhaps the coolest day in the entire 7-day forecast. Quick climb back to summer-like temperatures that will last through the weekend and beyond. As far as rainfall, I know we need the rain. You see the dust if anyone's out there mowing the lawn. Farmers obviously making good use of this dry weather, getting out and harvesting. The chance for rain on any individual day, not high, but we'll have a persistent low chance for showers and thunderstorms starting tomorrow that will last through the weekend. Then once the warm air reestablishes itself again, it will kind of create a bubble of protection and force any rain north of central Indiana. As we look at the radar today, nothing happening in the land of Lincoln or Indiana. Over to the Buckeye State, it's dry as well. Thunderstorms are in western portions of Iowa up toward Minneapolis, and then some rain in southern Missouri. I point that out. We'll be surrounded by showers, but then the focus will start to shift our way at least a little bit over the next few days. 74 in Kokomo, 1 degree cooler in Cass County, Logansport at 73. Even to the south, temperatures not much different. 76 in Columbus. Bedford is a warm spot at 81. Tomorrow morning, clouds will increase. We may have a couple of showers in the western portion of the state. Mid-morning, 10 a.m., shower or thunderstorm along the Wabash River and areas just west. This just breaks apart, so it will not be a solid area of rain or thunderstorms. If you see any downpours at your house, you'll be the lucky few that probably see that activity. Wednesday during the day, tomorrow, temperatures upper 70s. Chance for rain will linger into the evening hours. The noticeable change tomorrow, the wind will be even stronger, gusting to 30 miles per hour out of the southwest, and that will help boost the temperatures a little bit closer to 80 degrees. In some cases, maybe just above that, Columbus, Seymour, Bedford. As we go to Thursday, we're going to see highs around 80 degrees. Much of central Indiana with a mixture of clouds and sunshine and that low chance for rain, as we mentioned. As we go to the weekend, the low chance of rain, but warmer temperatures. They'll come a full 10 degrees above average by Sunday. That's not the warmest day in the 7-day planner. That arrives Monday and Tuesday as we settle in once again for temperatures in the upper 80s and overnight lows in the upper 60s.
We got a warm stretch on the way.
Still feeling like summer.
All right, thank you, Kevin, for that. Well, some of the best professional women golfers are in town this week for a big tournament at Brickyard Crossing and Speedway.
Sports Director Dave First is live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where the focus is on golf tonight and not racing.
That's right. Things are a little quieter around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway this weekend with the 3rd annual iWit Championship. This is when the LPGA Tour comes back into town. It's been doing so for the last 3 years. Sadly, this is the last of a 3-year deal, but it also shines a spotlight on women in tech, which is oh so important. Very important tournament as well, as it raises money towards that end. Pairings party tonight as you get ready for the Pro-Am tomorrow. Excited to play with Ashley Buhai and Madeline Sagstrom tomorrow. We'll see if they feel the same way afterwards. They're around 2 o'clock, by the way, our tea time. Hey, take a look at Brickyard Crossing. I tell you what, this golf course is absolutely in fantastic shape. Remember, we highlighted the course's bunker program last week. The course continues to make improvements. Another 9 have been redone. The bunkers since last year's tournament. Improvements continue over the next couple of years. Course is expected to play around 6,500 yards. Basically the blue tees, if you're familiar with that, out here at Brickyard Crossing. So a tough but fair challenge. And with the 4 finishing holes inside the track, it becomes really one of the most unique backdrops in all of golf. It is a lot of fun. And some of the highlights. Take a look at the field here. 132 players, 4-day tournament, $2 million with the winner getting $300,000 of that. Past winners Lexi Thompson, Sung Hyun Park, they are here. Canada's Brooke Henderson, she's second in points, by the way. She comes in red hot. Hannah Green, Paula Kramer, Morgan Pressel, all names you're familiar with. And Erica Shepard, Center Grove's own. She's also playing at Duke and Zionsville. Amateur. Annabelle Pancake getting her first taste of professional golf. Well, we're not even really into football season, really, but down in Bloomington, they're already talking about basketball in a big, big way. Brad Brown has more from Assembly Hall.
While it may not feel like basketball season outside, here at Assembly Hall, they're always looking forward to the next game. This new set of Hoosiers is excited to get this new season underway.
I've been doing this for a couple of years now, but every time you get new guys in, it's probably one of the best parts of the season, just the beginning, learning everybody, their personality and their game and how to play with them.
We got a lot of intensity. We move the ball well. I think that'll be a big part of our game, just moving the ball and then just getting other people on. We don't really care who scores or anything. We just a tight-knit group.
We're all pretty much on the same page. You know, we want to go out. We want to compete. We've put in a lot of work over the summer and fall, and it's one of those things where we've put in a lot of time.
I think we already built that chemistry, really. So I just really thought that we jumped right into it, and all the guys were positive, and we're just reaping the benefits now.
Fans here in Bloomington will get their first look at this team coming up at Hoosier Hysteria. That happens here at Assembly Hall next Saturday. In Bloomington, Brad Brown, RTV6 Sports.
And IU basketball, the subject of tonight's Sports Extra Spotlight. For now, Dave First reporting live from the Speedway, RTV6
Sports. It's nice, 75 degrees, humidity is low, nice little breeze this evening. Just to show you that our dog walking segment here on RTV6 has made it. Look at how the dogs prepare for their moment.
All right, Smith.
Yeah, Smith. Thanks, Alyssa, for sending in the picture of Smith. Beautiful. Temperatures in the low 70s. A nice night for walking. That upped the ante right there.
It really did.
Yeah.
Flowers on the head and everything.
I like it.
See you at 7.